Hello, how are you? So today I'm gonna talk to you about the endocannabinoid system dysregulations and how what can be happening and how we can improve our endocannabinoid tone or the balance of our endocannabinoid system. So as we know, we all have in our bodies something called endocannabinoid system, which is a master system that regulates and influences different body functions in our body, such as appetite, sleep, inflammation, our response to pain and stress. And also other functions like it influences our gastrointestinal system, our cardiovascular system, also our hormones and our endocrine system, etc. So that explains why cannabis is being used as a regulator or even as a preventive medicine for many different conditions in which our endocannabinoid system is involved. So today, I want to talk to you about how can you know if your endocannabinoid system is in shape or is suffering from some kind of dysregulation. So this imbalance of our endocannabinoid system can manifest either in endocannabinoid, what we call deficiency, or hyperactivity. So let's start with endocannabinoid deficiency syndrome. And that's as Dr. Ethan Russo coined it, and he pointed that it can be the cause. That deficiency in our endocannabinoid system can be the cause for irritable bowel syndrome, migraines, and also fibromyalgia. Endocannabinoid deficiency can either be acquired through lifestyle choices like our poor diet or just a lot of stress. It's influenced by life challenges, but it also can have a genetic component. And very interesting, women are more susceptible to this deficiency than men. Maybe because our always changing hormones. So that's one way. So some of the things that we can address if we suffer from a deficiency in our endocannabinoid system are chronic stress or our diet, or we can see what's happening with our sleep, or we can see some chronic pain that may be the cause of our dropping of our cannabinoids in our body, endocannabinoids in our body. And the other side of this would be an endocannabinoid hyperactivity, which is in many studies have looked into this hyperactivity in the endocannabinoid system as a promoter of some metabolic disorders like obesity and diabetes of type 2 diabetes. So too many receptors in this case, which are receptors are one part of the endocannabinoid system. So too many receptors expressing in our body can be indicator also in seizures, so convulsions, colitis-like illnesses like inflammation of the large intestine, nerve pain, autism, and depression. So how can we promote overall a balance of our endocannabinoid system besides consuming cannabis, which of course, as we know, is one way, but not the only one. Cannabis is not the only thing. Nutrition would be number one. So in this, if we want to promote our endocannabinoid tone, we want to look at our intake of essential fatty acids. So essential fatty acids are fundamental for the homeostatic balance and for the structural composition of the cell membranes, and especially cells of our central nervous system. They are called essential fatty acids because they are not produced in sufficient quantity by the organism itself. We produce some, but not enough. So therefore, it is necessary to intake some of those fatty acids to supply the demand of our body. So omega-6 and omega-3 are some of the fatty acids we know about, and we're gonna go a bit more in depth in this one. So omega-3 is a fatty acid found in foods like nuts, fatty fish, that helps with cognitive function, it helps with energy levels and with the immune system. Yeah, omega-3 is known to reduce inflammation. This is important. Omega-6, on the other hand, is also a polyunsaturated fatty acid, same as omega-3, found also in nuts, in seeds, but that's mainly used for energy. And omega-6 tends to promote inflammation. Now, of course, we need, when we say this, it seems like, oh, omega-6 is bad. No, we need inflammation. Inflammation is essential actually for our survival. It helps protect our body from infection, from in case of any injury, but it can also cause severe damage and contribute to disease when that inflammation becomes chronic, as we know. And in fact, chronic inflammation may be one of the main causes of modern diseases like heart diseases, metabolic syndrome, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer, so many types of cancer, and so on. So what scientists have hypothesized is that a diet that is high in omega-6, which our diets are very high usually in omega-6 and very much lower in omega-3s, can increase inflammation. While if we balance that ratio, or even we ingest more omega-3s fatty acids than omega-6, then we can balance and we can balance out the amount of the inflammation in our body. So that's one thing to consider. So the endocannabinoids that are derived from omega-3 are the ones that modulate, play a modulator role in our endocannabinoid system. So they prevent development and progression of a series of chronic inflammatory processes. So so again, although modern diets can lead us to consume much more omega-6, we want to see if we can reverse that and have a high omega-3 diet. So, for instance, consuming fatty fish, walnuts, red fruits, green leafy vegetables, chia seeds, and hemp seeds as well. So there we have also the cannabis plant present in that finding a balance in our system. So if we can avoid as well any sunflower oil, corn oil, or soy oil in our kitchen, and substitute them for olive oil or avocado oil. This last one has a very higher boiling point than olive oil, so it's a very recommended one for actually cooking. And also, if we could avoid alcohol and nicotine and caffeine as well, that can have a positive impact on our endocannabinoid system. So then vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency might show us that we are also experiencing, in this case, a deficiency in our endocannabinoid system. And so we can get that vitamin D, of course, from the sun, but we can also get it from CBD because it's a great source of vitamin D. So there you go. We can take CBD as a food supplement, the vitamin D supplement, for instance. So then other herbs that may benefit our endocannabinoid system, our echinacea, are liverwort. This is called Anemone hepatica, and it's a very good herb for the liver, and it can also help our endocannabinoid system, as well as kapha. Also, probiotics can help. And I want to talk to you especially today about adaptogens. Adaptogens are those chemicals found in different plants and mushrooms that help adapt, that help us restore our system and maintain the overall homeostasis, the overall balance. So, in other words, adaptogens are known as anti-stress, not natural remedies. Yes, so some of the adaptogens we can incorporate in our diet in order to find that to go back to that balance. It would be ashwagandha root. This is a very very antioxidant and a very potent. It's called the Indian. Ginseng. Actually, ginseng is an adaptogen as well. Rhodiola could be holy basil, tulsi. Yeah, that's known in Ayurveda as the queen of herbs. That can also be there for us, help us in this. And astragalus as well are some of the good adaptogens. And cannabis. So is cannabis. Cannabis is an adaptogen plant as well, since it helps us, as we know now, with all this endocannabinoid system knowledge that we have. It helps us balance. It helps our overall homeostasis and balance of our body. So besides food, what else can we do to help our endocannabinoid system? Well, uh, stress is a cause of imbalance of our endocannabinoid system. So of course, if we can bring up our levels of 2-AG and anandamide, those endocannabinoids present naturally in our body, by going for a walk, by meditating, by doing some yoga or some self massage. That's my favorite. By having some good sex and or breathing or doing some breathing exercises. All that can have a very very good effect on our endocannabinoid system. Is actually a cannabis-like effect that all those practices may have. Exercising it's very important, as we know. And of course, we all use cannabis as a stress releaser. So how cannabis also maybe can be incorporated in your practices, in your routines, in your meditation, in your walk, and how that merge can create an even more pleasant and have a deeper effect. Those practices can have a deeper effect, maybe if we also incorporate some CBD or balanced ratio THC and CBD cannabis. Yeah. So sleep is also very important to keep our endocannabinoid system in balance. So if anything we can do to sleep better, to have to be able to rest. And again, there cannabis can helps actually many of us sleeping better. So there you go, you can have that one too. That's it. So here today, I talked to you a little bit about how our body can be expressing some kind of endocannabinoid imbalance, or some of those ailments that we have or chronic pains that we have can also be consequence of an imbalance, some imbalance in our endocannabinoid system. And what could you do? What can we do? What can we incorporate in our daily routines or diets to bring back our endocannabinoid system to its full shape? So that's it for today. If you If you liked it, consider please subscribing, and you're gonna have more access to more of this kind of videos. Have a good day. Take care.